Our next company presentation is from Wound Management. We will be hearing from the President and Director of Wound Management, Deborah Jenkins Hutchinson. Deborah's career, with over 30 years' experience in the healthcare and technology sectors, is highlighted with a track record in successfully taking early development healthcare and biotech companies from concept to product development and finally sales. She is an inventor and co-inventor of multiple U.S. patents for pharmacy, telemedicine, and other technical applications, and has led numerous initiatives in the healthcare technology arena. Deborah?
Good morning. For those of you that heard us in San Francisco, you're going to hear some exciting updates to the company. Mainly what I'm going to talk about today is our CellerateRX advanced collagen wound healing product, but we do have some other products to discuss as well.
$200 billion a year. That's the estimated cost to treat patients with pressure ulcers, from hospitalizations to home health counseling. In our ongoing series, Ways to Save Today, I take a look at advancements in wound care treatments and how it's cutting medical costs. With diabetes on the rise and an aging population, the wound care business in Florida alone is exploding.
And there have been tremendous advancements in the last decade that most physicians and patients are unaware of unless they've been in the field of wound care.
Dr. Reynold Alam heads up Morton Plant Hospital's Wound Center. He's seeing great results in healing patients by combining tried and true methods like hyperbaric chambers that use oxygen, along with breakthrough collagen dressings on the market, like the newest one, CellerateRX.
It has a high concentration of collagen as opposed to other products, and it's fragmented collagen. In other words, the collagen has been cut into little pieces that are more readily available for the cells to use.
The result? Wounds heal in weeks instead of years.
An estimated that there's savings of about $20,000 per case of diabetic foot ulcer that's healed efficiently with advanced wound care modalities versus those that go on and on and on.
His advice to patients is to become your own advocate by researching health breakthroughs to save money and personal hardship. The breakthrough collagen dressing Dr. Reynold talked about is covered in part by Medicare Part B, and the doctor told me it's not just about healing wounds and saving money, but it's about the quality of life for these patients.
Absolutely. There you go. Thank you.
Okay, sorry for the little technical glitch there. So anyways, you can see CellerateRX has an amazing impact both on quality of life and cost effectiveness. Hopefully you could hear enough of that. But that particular physician was talking about saving $20,000 per case of diabetic foot ulcer treated by combining CellerateRX with their hyperbaric chamber. So really the key points for our company right now is we have rapid revenue growth. We're doing commercialization of the product. We have FDA clearance. We have Medicare reimbursement. We have a lot of clinical validation for the product, competitive features, and we also have an active product development pipeline with 2 more divisions, resorbable orthopedic products and security health. So where we are right now, when we first talked to One Med Forum back in January, we had not achieved this yet. The first quarter of this year, for the first time, we were cash flow positive from operations. We had revenue in the first quarter of $935,000, which is more than the $910,000 we had last year, which is over 3 times what the company had the previous 2 years. So we're on the upward trend. It's doing nothing but grow up. Most of the business deals we're making, by the way, take anywhere from 6 to 18 months to complete because they're corporate sales. They're moving products, pallets and cases, not individual tubes of product. So it's very significant what's coming before us. This year we have a forecast of $6 million. We'll forecast further out in the very near future. So the magic, or so to speak, or the real advantage behind CellerateRX is the fact that the collagen molecule is cleaved into small molecular pieces. And what that means is when you put it into a wound, it immediately starts to work. Other collagens can take 3 to 20 days to break down to be used by your body. So even if you weren't biotech people like you are, you could understand just as a layman what the difference in that versus other modalities might be. The product is available both in a powder and a gel form. That means there's no product waste. You use exactly what you need to treat whichever wound type that you're treating, and there's no waste of product that you're throwing away like you would be if you cut a pre-measured dressing. It's biocompatible and biodegradable. Very, very important. Once you put the product in a wound, you don't ever have to take it out. You put more product on top, just recover it up as the wound continues to close. It also reduces pain. The small collagen fragments are capping the ends of nerves. And so what that means is the patients are getting increased comfort, obviously. It's reimbursable under Medicare Part B with the physician's order and most insurance companies, and regulated as a medical device. So even though it says RX in the name, it is not a prescription, which means we also have very active retail channels for the product for first aid care. It's FDA cleared for all wound types except third-degree burns, pressure ulcers, diabetic ulcers, first and second-degree burns, and more. You'll see studies on all those different conditions on the CellerateRX website if you're interested. We have certification also in South Africa, along with reimbursement, and we're very close to the CE certification for distribution in Europe. Most of you probably know the statistics for diabetes, and you could pick any line in these several points on this chart and understand the relevance of our product in that market. Here in America, we have 24 million Americans with diabetes, but the frightening thing is another 57 million that are pre-diabetic and likely to develop it within 10 years. 15 to 20% of diabetics will have at least one ulcer. The 82,000 leg amputations every year are due to diabetic ulcers that aren't healing. So you can look at the cost of $11.5 billion a year, but you also have a 3-year life expectancy if you're one of those unfortunate people. The studies that we have been done by leading researchers. You can find everything from the Miami VA to the Cleveland Clinic. Again, every one of these studies is available and downloadable off of our website. I just highlighted a couple of studies. Briefly, the top one by Dr. Matt Rogalski here at Ocean County, New Jersey, treated diabetic leg ulcers with Cellerate powder. They were completely healed in 5 weeks. So I recently talked versus a technology company, and if you don't know, the cost of treating diabetic ulcers if you use a vacuum pump, a sonic device, or other things can be thousands and thousands of dollars per patient per month. $10,000 a month, $5,000 a month. We're talking a few $100s a month. I heard someone speak with one of those devices. They were thrilled that they were 90% healed in 8 weeks. We're 100% healed in 5 weeks. And it's a device that you can put in your pocket. So the way that we're marketing and distributing the product is really in 5 different channels. And these are just examples of deals that we have. We have over 50 relationships in process. Again, these have taken us months and some a little over a year to initiate. We have 2 distributors that are licensed to sell product on TV and the internet. They've created programs that are giving us brand awareness. You can see those on Fox News and soon some other major networks. And for every time that we get a patient that might buy a product from them, we get inquiries from the physician community. What is this product and how can it help me? We have some very serious government initiatives led by government marketing and procurement, a very high quality group in Washington, D.C. that is getting us the certified disabled veteran GSA schedule classification, which means those hospitals currently using the product can change from buying $2,500 worth of product a month to $100,000 of product a month. And obviously there's more than 10 VA hospitals, so we'll continue to grow in that area. We expect that certification in the next 30 days. We've got over 10 major healthcare systems in progress. Can't really name them for you right now. We've got contracts with 2, and if you just watch our press releases when we have their permission to announce their names, I think you'll see they're quite significant. Probably one of the most interesting things we've done lately, and it's certainly a key strategy of the company, is we have strategic channel partners. The one that we announced at the end of the first quarter is a group called Haventus. Haventus was a group of biomet distributors that got together and formed a company specifically to sell Cellerate powder in North America. To do that, they paid us a significant license fee. They have significant sales commitments to the company. In fact, their sales commitment to us next year is $9 million. So they have strong faith in the product. They've seen it work. They'll mainly go into surgery and operating environments, but of course they'll do other environments as well. We also recently announced a deal with WNDM.PK, a pharmacy benefit management company. They're seeing significant cost reductions by using CellerateRX throughout their patient population. And we have several international partners. We've projected $500,000 in revenue for this year. Frankly, that could be quite small. But also in the pipeline, we have a patent that we acquired in 2009 to create a series of orthopedic products, resorbable bone wax and bone void fillers. This is a product that we own completely. The other one is a product that we license. So we are actually in the process of licensing other people's to use these technologies. So unlike traditional bone wax, these products resorb into the bones within 8 to 10 hours after surgery. We have patent applications where we can leave behind an antibiotic. We can create bone filler products. So we'll actually be distributing these products both through those people, and some of these will actually be development initiatives where our product is combined with other people's products. The 510K process is currently in process for those as well. We have another subsidiary that focuses on secure communications in healthcare. So ways that you can collaborate and exchange everything from a full medical record to a sensitive message with absolutely no way that it can be hacked or interfered with. That initiative is done with GSI Health. If you don't know about GSI Health, they actually are the responsible party for the New York Health Network, Regional Health Network, and they're taking and putting this technology in all their bids throughout the country. If you go to our corporate website, which was recently redesigned, you can find information about everything I've talked about. You can download this presentation under Investor Relations. You can always look at 2-page summaries if you like the shorter version, and there's some of those on the table out front. And if you'll opt into our investor news list at the top of the home page, as we do press releases, you'll get copies of them. As you can see, we're working with various investment banking conferences right now, this being the third one we've done in the last 2 weeks. And the CellerateRX product website has social media links where you can actually hear what people are saying about the product, but it also has every study and a lot of scientific information about the product. It has information that can be downloaded for the physician community. It has other information that's written specifically for patients to understand. And if you go to the training and video section of that, there's 9 informational videos that will say how to use the product in different environments, how you might squirt it in a syringe to do a tunneled wound, to just what is the difference between it and other collagen products. So we're traded on the OTCQB. We have 55 million shares roughly, with 6.3 million in the float and recent price of 60 cents. Again, the financial highlights, the company's rapidly changing. So instead of focusing on studies and gathering the evidence, we're now focusing on the go-to-market plan. And again, if you look at in the next couple of months or so, you'll see projections beyond this year. So this is what we announced at OneMed Forum in January. We're targeted to be cash flow positive and profitable. Again, we had our first ever cash flow positive from operations quarter, the first quarter of this year. We've announced that we'll do market rollout both in retail, healthcare, and government markets. All of those are in process. We said at least 2 major distributors outside the United States. Again, we're selling in the Middle East, we're selling in Central America, we're selling in South Africa. We have relationships in process in many, many other countries. Our resorbable bone wax products are in the 510K process right now. And of course, we intend to move to the NASDAQ or the AMDEX at the appropriate time. So with that, we'd be happy to answer your questions in the breakout. You can download the presentation. You can see our bios at the end, which you'll see that all of us have serious background in both healthcare and business. Thank you.